When I ended my last video, I said I was keeping a keen eye on a supposed return of the one-shot snipers, and that I was really looking forward to bringing you lovely people the best sniper loadout available, hot from the Better Than Meta Science laboratories. Since then, I've got a good one levelled, I found a nice build that with a bit more tweaking I'll be ready to share with you folks, but most importantly, it's been really satisfying using it, and I've been really enjoying it. Well, WTF GCB, this is sounding a bit like a bait and switch video, you might be wondering to yourself right now. Well, don't worry, it's not. And here's why. I had to put a pause on the sniper video because I'd heard rumour from dark corners. Seedy mutterings of a return of a gun so infamous that it forced many of us to take a time out from Warzone back in the Verdansk days. I'm talking about the designated marksman rifle, the DMR. Blech. Do you remember this gun? It was so disgusting you daren't leave the safety of a building because anyone found out in the open would be insta-deleted. Replates? I wasn't going to save you. So with the possibility that the DMR had returned from weapon exile to once again ruin everyone's fun, well, I had to investigate and bring you the build. So what I have found out is that the MTZ Interceptor marksman rifle is a 2-shot headshot at any range. What? Or a maximum of 3 shots anywhere on the torso, as long as one of these shots is a headshot. What the? Even against an enemy with 3 plates. I'm feeling queasy again. So if you get eyes on them first, score that headshot and then spam away. They'll probably be dead before they even know what happened. If not, just go for the head, upper torso, in the hope of getting just one headshot in there for that crazy TTK. However, I'll just say that I've been on an absolute rollercoaster of emotions trying to bring you this gun for the last couple of days, and if you want to hear more about what's going on out there in Warzone, stick around till after the loadout, because quite frankly, I am more than a little traumatised. But for now, let's get into the build. So with there being no weapon tuning anymore, I can simply stick up the 5 attachments on screen for you now. The green boxes highlight the important attribute from each attachment, so in case you don't have one of these unlocked, pick an attachment that you do have access to with similar attributes, and hopefully you'll get a build that performs nearly as well as the one I've made for you. Grab a screenshot and feel free to share it with your friends. If you found this useful, please push the like button to help the channel grow and enable me to bring you more content. An important feature of this build is the sight. Others may be recommending the Corio Eagle's Eye sight, as it's an immense 2.5 times scope. But to get the headshots on distant targets, I've deliberately selected this alternative sight for you. It is also a super clean 2.5 times scope with nice handling, but it's also got a variable zoom to pop those heads off at long range like ducks in a shooting gallery. By controlling your rate of fire spam, this semi-auto build has absolutely zero horizontal or vertical recoil, and combined with both great idle aiming and firing stability, you can continue to hit those shots without the need for mounting. This build does have a very small sniper glint, so it won't grab too much attention, but I wouldn't recommend hard scoping targets for days thinking you're invisible. How have you been finding the game? Share your experiences with me in the comments. I ask because every time I step into a solo game of main BR on Urzikstan, I feel like I volunteered to become Tyson Fury's sparring partner. I've been going through the grinder. No, not that, the metaphorical meat grinder. I started out feeling confident of my abilities. I'd been having a reasonable time in hardcore multiplayer, levelling the thing up, and I'd had a really fun session of Urzikstan Resurgence trios with a couple of mates the other day. I felt like I was ready to drop into the big map for my first foray into main BR solos. But between patchy audio, to put it lightly, pretty laggy servers, glitches, and a punishing TTK that goes against what was originally advertised by the game developers, I've been having a bit of a nightmare in all honesty. I've been playing aggressively in an attempt to get you folks some good gameplay footage, demoing the abilities of the DMR 2.0, but instead, I often found myself to be on the receiving end of some disgusting battle rifle, and watching kill cams often suggesting server latency was a factor in some odd gunfights. I tried everything. Playing at a different time of the day, playing on controller, I even went back and played Vondel. But ultimately, I just think SBMM found me. 90% of my encounters were with people confidently pushing. It was like, what happens when Chuck Norris meets the unstoppable force? Only my Chuck Norris had gone on strike with the Hollywood Actors Guild. Git. I'm both a bit sad and happy to report that I found a much easier time, and don't judge me here, in Plunder, where people didn't quite have the same laser accuracy and cat-like reflexes. Dare I say, it was actually good fun. Anyway, that's where some of the footage is from in the background. And a nice bonus for anyone that hasn't yet bought MW3 is that in Plunder, the guns seem to be levelling up reasonably quickly. I think I've got a decent SMG to make a video on, after a sniper one, and after a Ram 7 one. I'm also close to unlocking a flamethrower on a battle pass, but whether that's going to be any good, well, we'll just have to see. What's this game come to? Anyway, so for those, as well as other Call of Duty news, tips, bits of fun gameplay, I hope to see you back here soon. But for now, I'm out.